Hello and welcome to the garden in the evening, the last day of August. All the summer experiences, the sounds, the flowers, the plants, the growth, the feeling, the crickets. What a gift, what a blessing, and I'm so happy that you're here. These are carrots, and I've been waiting all summer, and I'm getting antsy here. Let's see how they're doing. Oh, guys, I was painting, excuse my hands. Fingerling carrots, oh my goodness, what a gift. Here we are. The fruits of our labor, the time it takes, the endurance, the foresight. How does all of that not become worry? The fine line, the delicate balance between lifing, being a human. Oh my God. And not getting swept up into that which us humans are so capable of getting swept up in, especially when the fruits are so sweet. We have a desire, we have a goal, right? There is an optimal outcome. So it's hard not to get attached to that outcome. And of course, the other end of that spectrum is worry. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Nature has such an incredible way of showing us the way through, showing us the way, the Tao in the garden. Why do we have the Tao? Why do we even want to be shown? Because it's easy to get lost. Because the landlines, the signs, soothe our heart, help us feel guided and seen by creation, and help us remember that there is perfection in all things, in all processes, and it will work out. It will work out. I recently had to say goodbye to a friend. To a friend who became very integrated in my life. And saying goodbye to this friend was very painful. I actually had a visceral response to it, and perhaps you relate. Have you ever had to say goodbye to a friend, whether they left the planet or perhaps moved, or under certain circumstances the relationship just wasn't good for you anymore? Whatever the reason, I shouldn't say whatever the reason, because each one of those versions of goodbye comes with their own set of pains. This one's going to come out soon. And so I wanted to share that with you guys. Oh, the summer squash plant is having its last go. I want to take you over to the zinnias. While we talk about this, this is pertinent to me, very important. I think it's very important to everyone. Coming back to Jesus's teachings on worry. And when I say I said goodbye, the feelings I had, the ruminations, the way that the goodbye moved through my body viscerally. The emotions moved through my emotional body, and I felt it in my guts, in my heart. And we do relationships, those ones that challenge us, those most challenging moments. They come to us and they sit us down, and we have the opportunity to be transformed in grief. And grief is really essential. Within grief, though, we might find ourselves ruminating, stuck in a thought pattern. And in those moments, it's really important to reach for that higher wisdom, to make sure that we lovingly escort ourselves. We lovingly surrender ourselves to let God guide us through that challenge in the best way possible. And I'm here today saying this with you because I care about those who suffer, because I'm aware and compassionate through my own suffering, because I have learned that in those moments of deep anguish in the heart and in the mind, those are really pivotal moments where we are being transformed by life. And it's important that we take loving, God-centric steps the whole way. Jesus tells us in the Sermon on the Mount not to worry. And we hear that also in our lives, just simply reiterated, don't worry, be happy, again and again. Keep calm and whatever. Don't worry. And we hear that, don't worry. And when we are most pressed emotionally, okay, don't worry, okay. But we need guidance. We need those simple steps, and it's always simple. The mind tells us when we are deep in rumination or grief or worry or the thought patterns. The mind will tell us the story that we are not okay, that we are very stuck. The mind makes it very, very painful and complicated. And that is why, oh, look at this cute little one right here. That is why it is good to follow the teachings of Jesus when he says, very simply, if you find yourself worrying, go outside and watch the flowers and the birds. Of course, the Bible says it in a different way, but this is what Jesus is saying. Go out and look at the flowers that thrive without worry, without ruminating, without wondering, without calculating, without analysis. Go out and watch how nature grows, is challenged, moves through those hot, oppressive days, and also grieves. When I say grief, I mean watching nature, the way she comes and the way she goes, through flowers, through trees, through animals and other living things. And then be careful. You must actually do this. Go outside and do this. Yes, listen to sermons and read the Bible. But when Jesus instructs us on how to find peace, we must remember that finding peace is not the cherry on top. It is the whole cake. We are returning. We are going home. We are being so transformed right now, aren't you? Aren't we? Oh my goodness, the energies, the falling away of the old patterns. And in this moment, these are the moments that Jesus, oh Dahlia, come on. These are the moments that Jesus was teaching us, preparing us for. This is why Jesus came and gave us the wisdom of the Christ. Because right now we are ascending. You are ascending. Whatever you're losing, whatever you're worried about, whatever you're challenged with, this is the ascension. You are shedding. You are transforming. You are rising. You are moving into the larger field of yourself that perhaps your previous self was not filling out. And just as a lobster outgrows its shell, Jesus says that the greatest task within this challenge of being a human is to endure ourselves. And so, dear friends, when you are in those moments of burning heat, of painful transformation, when you are worrying and it hurts, go outside. Go outside to remember. Let the architecture, the structure, the geometry, the love, the perfection and simplicity of nature make its way through your mind, your heart, your body, and let it program you, reprogram you, unprogram you. Let it inform this moment and all moments so that you can move through grace, go through the necessary parts of humaning, like grief and loss, like joy and pain, like the most beautiful and most painful poem. You're doing great. I'm doing great. I hope that this helped you to remember how to move your body in the direction of the solution. Tangible steps, tangible things that you can do to keep life going, to do your best to plan for what is desirable, for the fruits that lie ahead. But above all, keep your God-given right to peace. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Blessings.